Sonny sat in his office, his mind drifting from the stack of paperwork before him. The fluorescent lights buzzed softly, creating an almost hypnotic atmosphere. His phone vibrated, breaking his reverie. A message from Jenna, a new co-worker who had quickly become more than just a friend. "Meet me in the supply closet. I need you." A rush of adrenaline surged through him. It was thrilling, the kind of rush he hadn't felt in years. He glanced at the clock. He had just enough time. The supply closet was dimly lit, boxes of paper stacked haphazardly against the walls. Jenna was already inside, her eyes sparkling with mischief. "Hurry up and put it in before they see us," she whispered, her voice low and urgent. The moment felt electric. Sonny hesitated for a heartbeat, thoughts of his wife, Laura, flashing through his mind. They had been together for nearly a decade, and while he loved her, the spark that once ignited their relationship had fizzled out. In the chaos of work and life, they had drifted apart, both caught in their routines. But here, with Jenna, everything felt alive again. He pressed his lips to hers, the thrill of the moment overpowering the guilt. Their stolen kiss ignited a fire within him, one that he couldn't ignore. Weeks turned into months as Sonny and Jenna continued their affair. They met in secret, stealing kisses during lunch breaks and whispering sweet nothings in the shadows. Each encounter was filled with urgency, the thrill of being caught adding to the intensity of their passion. Yet with every stolen moment, the weight of his deception grew heavier. At home, Sonny maintained a facade of normalcy. Laura was blissfully unaware, focused on her own career and the everyday challenges of life. She planned dinner dates and weekend getaways, trying to rekindle the spark she sensed had dimmed. Sonny found it harder to hide his guilt. He often stared blankly at his reflection in the bathroom mirror, searching for the man he once was. He felt like a stranger in his own life. The excitement of the affair contrasted sharply with the emptiness he felt when he was home. One evening, after a particularly heated encounter with Jenna, Sonny returned home to find Laura waiting for him with dinner on the table. She smiled, but there was a hint of concern in her eyes. "You've been distant lately. Is everything okay?" He forced a smile, suppressing the truth that clawed at him. "Yeah, just work is stressful, Kane." Laura nodded, but her expression told him she wasn't convinced. The tension between them hung thick in the air, an unspoken acknowledgement of their fractured connection. The affair continued, but the cracks in Sonny's double life began to show. One day at work, he found himself daydreaming about Jenna during a meeting. When his boss called on him, Sonny's mind raced, panic setting in. "Sonny, are you with us?" He snapped back to reality, forcing a nod, his heart racing. The thrill of the affair was morphing into a suffocating weight. Later that week, Jenna confronted him. "What's going on? You seem distracted." He felt exposed under her gaze. "It's just, things are complicated right now." "Are you still with her?" The question hung in the air, heavy and charged. He knew he had to make a choice, but the fear of losing everything paralyzed him. A few days later, the breaking point arrived. Sonny was meeting Jenna in a secluded park when he saw a familiar figure approaching. It was Laura, jogging, as she often did on weekends. Panic surged through him and he pulled Jenna into the shadows, adrenaline coursing through his veins. "Hurry up and put it in," Jenna whispered playfully, but Sonny felt anything but playful. The thrill had turned to dread, the reality of his choices crashing down on him. That evening, after the close call, Sonny returned home to find Laura waiting for him again. This time her expression was serious. "We need to talk," she said, her voice steady but laced with concern. Sonny's heart raced. He felt cornered, the walls closing in. He couldn't keep lying. As they sat on the couch, he felt the weight of his secrets pressing down on him. "Laura, He started, but the words caught in his throat. "Sonny, I know something's wrong. You've been distant, and I can feel it. Please, just tell me the truth." Her plea broke through his defenses. He took a deep breath, the truth spilling out in a rush. "I've been seeing someone else." The silence that followed was deafening. Laura's eyes widened, a mixture of shock and heartbreak crossing her face. "What? How could you do this?" "I don't know, I got lost. I didn't mean for it to happen." He felt tears prick his eyes, the guilt crashing over him in waves. Laura stood up, her expression a mix of hurt and anger. How long? Months. Months? Her voice rose, filled with disbelief. And you didn't think to tell me, to work on our marriage? I thought I could fix it. I thought it was just a phase, he stammered, desperation creeping into his voice. Fix what? You've been cheating on me. The reality of his actions hit him like a freight train. He had betrayed the woman who had stood by him through everything. After that confrontation, the air between them felt heavy with unspoken words. Laura needed time to process. Sonny spent sleepless nights replaying every moment, feeling the weight of his choices. In the following weeks, he tried to reach out to Laura, but she was distant, consumed by her pain. They began attending therapy, a step towards healing, but the road ahead was fraught with challenges. During their sessions, they explored the cracks in their relationship that had led to his infidelity. They discussed their needs, their dreams, and the ways they had neglected each other. Sonny realized that his affair was a symptom of deeper issues, a desperate attempt to escape his feelings of inadequacy. As the therapy sessions progressed, Sonny started to confront his own demons. He faced the fear of rejection that had driven him to seek validation outside his marriage. He learned to communicate his feelings, to express his needs to Laura. Over time, Sonny began to see changes in their relationship. Laura started opening up about her own insecurities, her own feelings of neglect. She revealed that she had felt disconnected, overwhelmed by work and their routine life. I thought if I kept things running smoothly, you would be happy, she admitted. Me too. I thought if I ignored the problems, they would go away, Sonny replied, feeling the weight of their shared struggles. They began to rediscover each other. They went on weekend trips, explored new hobbies, and engaged in deep conversations. It wasn't easy, and the pain of betrayal lingered, but they both felt the spark of hope rekindling. One night as they lay in bed, Sonny turned to Laura. I want to be better. I want us to be better. She smiled softly, a glimmer of trust returning to her eyes. So do... Months passed, and while the scars of Sonny's infidelity remained, they learned to navigate their new reality. They found solace in each other, slowly rebuilding the foundation of their marriage. Sonny often thought of Jenna, but he recognized that his affair was a fleeting escape. He had learned the importance of honesty and communication. He understood that true intimacy could only thrive in a space of vulnerability. As they walked hand in hand through the park one sunny afternoon, Sonny felt grateful for the second chance. The road to healing was long, but with every step they took together, he felt hope blossoming anew. It seems you're looking for a continuation or further development of the story. Here's an extended version of Fractured Promises, adding depth to the narrative and characters. As summer turned into fall, the couple faced new challenges. Laura returned to work where she had taken on additional responsibilities, leaving less time for them to reconnect. Sonny began to feel the old patterns creeping back into their lives, the emotional distance re-emerging. During a therapy session, Laura admitted her fears. I'm scared that we're just delaying the inevitable. What if we're not strong enough to get through this? Sonny took her hand, looking into her eyes. We can't let our past define our future. We have to fight for this. For us. Determined to reignite their connection, Sonny planned a surprise weekend getaway to the cabin where they had spent their honeymoon. He hoped that the nostalgia would help them remember the love that initially brought them together. On the drive, Laura seemed distant, lost in thought. As they settled into the cabin, Sonny made a fire, filling the space with warmth and light. Remember our first night here? He asked, trying to draw her back to happier memories. Laura smiled faintly. You spilled wine all over the floor, and we ended up laughing instead of being mad. Yeah, we cleaned it up and danced in the kitchen, Sonny said, a nostalgic grin spreading across his face. The memories began to thaw the tension between them. They shared stories late into the night, and for the first time in a long while, Sonny felt hope blossoming again. However, the return home brought new difficulties. Laura had received a message from Jenna wanting to meet for coffee. The news sent Sonny's heart racing. He understood the need for closure, but the idea of facing Jenna stirred up old feelings of guilt and shame. "I don't want you to feel pressured," Laura said gently, "but I think it's important for us to confront this." Sonny hesitated. "What if she tries to pull me back in? I don't want to jeopardize what we're rebuilding." Laura nodded, her expression understanding. "I believe in you, Sonny. We've come so far." On the day of the meeting arrived. Sonny felt a whirlwind of emotions as he walked into the cafe, the familiar smell of coffee overwhelming him. Jenna was already seated, her demeanor calm yet anxious. "Hey," she said, a hint of tension in her voice. "Thanks for meeting me." "Yeah, of course." Sonny sat down, feeling the weight of the past hovering over them. "I wanted to apologize," Jenna began. "I didn't realize how much I was asking you to risk. I thought we were just having fun." Sonny took a deep breath. "It was more than that for me. I got lost in the excitement and forgot about my responsibilities." They spoke candidly, each acknowledging their part in the affair. Jenna admitted that she had been looking for validation too, not realizing the impact of her actions on Sonny and Laura. As they wrapped up their conversation, Sonny felt a sense of relief. He had confronted his past and found closure. Jenna left the meeting with a sense of understanding, allowing Sonny to focus on his future with Laura. Returning home, Sonny shared the details of the meeting with Laura. "It felt good to finally close that chapter," he said. "I'm ready to move forward with you." Laura smiled, relief washing over her face. "I'm proud of you. Let's keep working on us." With each passing week, they focused on rebuilding their marriage. They scheduled regular date nights, reintroduced traditions they had lost, and communicated openly about their feelings. Therapy became a safe space where they could explore their emotions and fears together. One evening, while cooking dinner, Sonny surprised Laura with a heartfelt gesture. He handed her a small box. "Open it," he said, his heart racing. Inside was a necklace with a small charm engraved with the word, "Trust." "I know it will take time to rebuild that," he said, "but I want you to know I'm committed to this." Tears filled Laura's eyes as she embraced him. "Thank you for this. It means everything." As the holidays approached, Sonny and Laura decorated their home together, laughter filling the air. They shared stories about their childhood traditions, creating new memories while embracing the lessons learned from their struggles. On New Year's Eve, they found themselves sitting on the couch, reflecting on the past year. "It's been a journey," Laura said, leaning against him, "but I feel like we're finally